Hi guys, over here we are going to discuss about some common threats so that we will be able to understand when we are going to talk about the cyber kill chain and the TTPs. Now, talking about some common threats over there, we are having like the malware, we are having the phishing, we are having the social engineering, we are having like the brute force attack, we are having like the man in the middle attack and many more, right? So talking about the malwares, so malwares are the malicious program we are having that are intentionally created. With the help of that, the attackers they will be able to compromise our system. They will be able to gain the access of your system at that time or in the future also, right? With the help of that, they will be able to harm. They will be able to steal our data like we are having the virus, worm, Trojan, and many more. Then we are having your phishing. So phishing, it is a process we are having, and that the attackers they will be sending us a fake mails, right? And they will be trying to create that particular fake mail to look like a real one. With the help of that, they will be able to trick us to give to give them our personal information, our credentials, and many more. Then we are having the social engineering in which the attackers they're simply tricking the peoples into giving away this sensitive information. Then here we are having the brute force attack. In the brute force attack, the attackers they are using the different types of passwords quickly so that they will be able to guess the real credential and then they will be able to gain the access of your system. Then, on the last, we are having a man in the middle attack, in which the attackers they will be trying to secretly intercept our communication that are happening between the two parties. Now, over here, guys, the motive we were discussing about these common threats, because here we are going to talk about your cyber kill chain. So when we are talking about the cyber kill chain, the cyber kill chain, it is like a step-by-step model we are having, which will be helping our security people to understand how the cyber attacks they are happening, right? From the attacker's point of view. See, when we are talking about the cyber kill chain, like over here in the militaries, what is happening is the kill chain it is getting followed. Let me show you kill chain. Beating enter and yep. See over here we are having the skill chain that is a military concept for identifying the structure of your attack. So on the basis of that, Lockheed Martin, the person, right, he went ahead and he looked into the kill chain and he found that okay, we can also utilize the skill chain inside of your cybersecurity, right? With the help of that, our organizations, our security team, they will be able to detect, they will be able to stop the attack on the early phases. So on the basis of it, here, when we are talking about the skill chain, it is containing your step-by-step phases. Right? Over here, we are having the seven stages or the seven steps of your cyber kill chain. Now, each and every step, they will be representing a attacks process, right? With the help of that, like if you can detect, if you can stop the attack, right? If you can detect and you can stop the attack at any of the early stages so that we will be able to prevent the serious damage, the serious impact. Now here we are having the very first one that is we call as the reconnaissance. As we have previously discussed, over here the attackers what they will be doing is they will be trying to gather as much information as they can about the victim. Like let's say we are having an organization and the attackers like they will be going ahead, they will be searching our company's website, they will be looking for the employee's name, they will be looking for the email address, right? As well as they will be trying to can say utilizing the different types of tool for collecting the information to map our systems over there, right? On the basis of that, the attackers they will be able to grasp all those information about the victim, right? Now, on the basis of it, when we are talking about this reconnaissance, let's say the attackers they are able to find the information about the email address of the victim as well as they are also able to collect the information about the rules of your email filters and the firewall, right? Now, over here, once the attackers they will be able to collect these types of information, then they will be moving into the next phase that is we call as your weaponization. Now, in this particular phase, the attackers they will be going ahead. They are going to create a malicious payload, right? The attackers they will be going ahead. They will be creating a malicious program, and they will be making sure that that particular malicious program it can be delivered with the email which you have previously collected, and it will be able to bypass these security solution, right? So for that, since we are finding the information about the email. So the attackers, they will be trying to launch the phishing attack, right? For example, like the attackers, they will be going ahead, they will be trying to create a malicious PDF, right? That will be able to exploit the vulnerability that is present in our system, right? And once they have created that particular malicious payload, afterwards, they are going to move ahead and they will be trying to deliver it. Here, the attackers they will be sending the weapon to the target. Right now, here the attackers they will be sending a phishing email that will be containing the malicious attachment. That is the PDF that has been created previously by the attacker. Right. With the help of that, what will be happening is that particular malicious program it will be getting successfully delivered inside of the target system. That is, we are having as the delivery, in which the attackers they will be using the different mediums, and by using those mediums, the attackers they will be able to drop the malicious program inside of your system. By using that particular malicious program, later on they will be able to gain the access. Right? So for that, once the attackers they are able to deliver it, then here we are having the next phase as the exploitation. Now, in this phase, the attackers they will be totally relying on the user, on the employee. If he will be going ahead, once he will be receiving the email, whether he will be double clicking, whether he will be opening that malicious attachment or not, right? So if the employee will be going ahead and he will be clicking on that particular attachment, he will be downloading it. So the malicious code that is present inside of that PDF, it will be getting executed, it will be getting triggered, right? And it will be trying to exploit the vulnerability that is present inside of that system, right? Like it will be getting executed, right? And then it will be trying to install some malicious program. So for that, we are having your next phase as the installation, in which the malicious program it will be getting installed inside of the target system. So using that, like the attackers, they will be able to gain the remote access of your system, right? Like we are having your remote access trojans, the rat, they will be getting installed inside of your system, and then they will be trying to get hidden, right? They will be trying to remain hidden in the background, right? Or otherwise, the attackers they can try to install the other programs like your ransomware. Using that, they will be trying to encrypt the files inside of your system. So it will be depending upon their objective. Now, once that malicious program has been installed over there, then afterwards we will be having the next phase as your command and control. Now, over here, talking about the C2 or the CNC, right? The attackers, they are able to make sure that the malicious program has been installed over there. Now, after that, that malicious program, it will be trying to connect back with the attacker. And when it will be trying to connect with the attacker, so it will be using your C2, the command and control. Right. So over here, the command and control, it will be working in the covert manner, means that it is going to work in the background, right? So using your C2, your command and control that is working in the background, the attackers, they will be able to send the data back and forth, right? If they want to install some other malware inside of your system, they will be able to do it. If they want to steal some data from our system, they can do it, and many more. Right. Then afterwards, we are having the very last phase that is known as your actions on objectives. Now, over here, with whatever intentions, right, with whatever intention, the attackers, what they have done is they have started this particular attack. Now, they will be trying to perform the action. With the help of it, they will be able to achieve that goal. That is, we are having as an actions on objective. So, with the help of these steps, what will be happening is we will be able to trace down the attacker, right? The subactive chain, it will be helping us to understand the attacker's TTPs. And by utilizing those TTPs, our security people, they will be able to stop the attack at the early stage. So, the TTPs, they stand for your tactics, the techniques, and the procedure. So on the basis of it, when we are talking about the TTPs, so TTPs are generally a method we are having. With the help of that, we will be able to describe how the attackers they are performing their activity during the time of a cyber attack. So with the help of it, our security team, they can quickly go ahead, they will be able to detect, they will be able to stop the attackers by understanding, by studying the attacker's behavior. So here we are having the very first one as your tactic. So tactic means to say what the attackers want to do, right? What the attacker they want to do, right? So think when we are talking about the tactics, like the goals we are having, right? See, for each and every attack, there will be certain types of goals that will be behind of it, right? There will be certain types of objectives, the motives, the attackers they want to do, right? So on the basis of that, when we are talking about the tactics, it can be like the attackers, they want to simply gain the access of the system, they want to maintain the access, they want to steal the data, and many more. So tactics are the goals we are having. Then afterwards, we are having the next one as your techniques. Techniques are the non-specific or the non-generic. It means to say like how the attackers or how the attacker tries to achieve the goal. Right? So tactic means to say the goal we are having. The technique means to say like the methods that will be used by the attacker to perform each and every tactic. Like let's say if the attackers they want to gain the access of the system, so for that they will be going ahead like they will be trying to launch the phishing attack. So using the phishing attack, they will be able to gain the access of the system, right? If they want to steal the data, so for that, they will be going ahead, they will be trying to utilize some malwares that will be helping them to steal the data from that system, right? And many more. So that is like we are having as the technique. Then afterwards, we are having the procedure. Procedure like the step by step. orchestration of your attack, right? Like the exact steps or tools used for that particular attack, right? So procedure means to say like the specific actions, the commands, the tools, the attackers they are going to use over there, right? Now, on the basis of that, if I want to utilize the phishing, right? If I want to utilize the phishing for gaining the access, so I will be going ahead. I will be saying that, okay, let me do one thing. I want to utilize the phishing mail. So for that, let me create a fake invoice PDF. And inside of that PDF, let me add a malware. So if a user will be going ahead and he will be downloading that invoice PDF, a malware will be installed inside of the system. And with the help of that, we will be able to gain the access of it. So that is we are having as the TTPs and the cyber kill chain. Right now, over here, what will be happening is for tracing down these TTPs, we are utilizing like a framework with the name of your MITRE, right? The MITRE Attack framework. So, talking about this MITRE Attack framework, it is like a big knowledge base or big database we are having that will be containing the information about the attackers' KDPs that are being used and the different places and the different attacks over there. Right? So, on the basis of it, it is a free open source location we are having that will be helping us to understand how the attackers they are behaving once they will be inside a network or a system or how they will be trying to perform their activities, right? So on the basis of that, our security team they will be able to understand how the attacks are happening. They will be able to improve their detection rules. They will be able to perform a better threat hunting. They will be able to create a better incident response plans, and they will be able to map out the attackers activities with the known TTPs that are present inside of it. So for that, let me show you the MITRE attack framework. So here we are having the MITRE attack framework, and with the help of it, we will be able to map out the attackers we are having. So over here, guys, these are known as your tactics: the resource, the reconnaissance, the resource development, initial access, execution, persistence. These are the tactics the attackers they will be having like the goals over there, the high level objectives that will be used during the attack. Then, for achieving those tactics, we are having these techniques that are present, right? So, on the basis of that, what is happening is we are having like your techniques, right, that are present like inside of your reconnaissance. You guys can see that is saying that we are having the 10 techniques that are present over there. For example, we are having your active scanning. We are having like your gathering victim host information, gathering victim identity information, gathering victim network information. So these are what these are simply like the techniques we are having that will be defining like how the attacker he will be trying to achieve the goal. Right. So on the basis of that, each and every tactic, they will be containing the multiple techniques, and even many of the techniques, they are also containing the sub-techniques, right? And later on, if you guys will be opening any of these tactics and the techniques over there, so they will be also defining the information, like how exactly the actions or the tools that were being used inside of that, right? With the help of that, like they are also providing the campaign information, the attackers group information, right? The APT information we are having. With the help of it, we will be able to understand how the attackers they are utilizing those techniques, right? So that is we are having guys as the MITRE attack, right? As well as the cyber kill chain and the TTPs. Using that, we will be able to better focus. We will be able to collect the better detailed information over there, and by using them, we will be able to detect, we will be able to defend, and we will be able to understand the attack stages over there. Now, in our next chapter, we will be discussing about the threat intelligence.